Not the waifu. Now they just are women by default. And I'm all for it. Where'd my armor go? Hello, girls and guys. We're trying not to eat too much food. I always get the munchies at night and fucking can't stop eating, so... Trying to do some other things for once. Try some new games out. Game, I was gonna try to play this on the box controller, but it seemed really in-depth. I don't even think you could do it because you might need a mouse.
Let the adventure begin.
Okay, so we got some stamina. This actually plays really smooth. Oh my god. I'm kind of sad that I can't play it really on the box. You might be able to figure it out on the box controller, but it would take so much effort that you're better off just using a controller. Feels really good on the PS5 controller. This is one of the... Usually when they make these 3D Metroidvanias like this, it doesn't feel... I don't know if that's a parry or if it's just a shield bash. It doesn't feel this crisp. Like, it doesn't... It always feels like there's a lag to it, or the animations are super clunky. This game just looks really nice. I don't know anything about this game, I just... Seen that it was in Steam Next Fest. I think we're gonna actually try to finish this demo, if it's as fun as it looks. It feels like what you want Salt and Sanctuary to evolve into. Or if Salt and Sanctuary just kept making their original formula better. But they must have gave up on it because it just got old to them or something. Oh, he got me. Piece of shit. Sometimes it's like she takes an extra long time to swing. I don't know how it's happening. Oh, and that took my energy away. Fuck. How are you supposed to beat this guy? Oh, he's a roll-through guy. Okay. And I'm like out of stamina at that point, especially after the roll. Okay. And yeah, holding the shield up doesn't let your stamina go up. Feels really good on controller though. I gotta admit that. Can't like pan this camera to the left and the right at least. It doesn't seem to make much sense. There. This is another little checkpoint already. I don't want to offer nothing, bro. What's all this shit? Damn, I don't know how to use any of these items either. I like how they actually got the PS5 controller in mind here. Okay, then. Just wasted our only potions here. Oh, fuck. Punk ass dogs. Ow. Damn it, I tried to be good and I didn't do enough damage. Should have just defended. Oh, he's soul sucking me, bro. Oh, is it you? Oh, and I parried that guy or something. I don't know if that was a real parry. Oh, you can sprint, but it's a fucking click down button, god damn it. He's gotta give up eventually, right? Oh, I did it again. There's probably ledges you can grab. God damn it. Bunch them up here. Sort of wish I could map the run button to something else, though. Don't really enjoy clicking down that joystick very much. Never did. Do I have my potions back? Okay. That's what I was wondering. What's that? Oh, I thought that was like an extra potion, maybe. Okay, so we got soul, so it's souls. It's sanctuary reborn. Souls and sanctuaries.
This must be old Wickham. Or what's left of it.
Come on! You won't let me attack him. Well, shit. We got fucked up, guys. Damn it! Okay, you don't want to just stand there and shield stuff, though. It's like a pretty fucking in-depth leveling system here. And we get our potions back, so it's not too annoying. We got a free item up here? Wow, nothing? Ooh.
It's locked.
Oh god, what are you guys coming from? Some hidden items under there? You got two paths here, or what's going on?
This side.
Okay. It's one of those. Ah! Oh, fucking assholes. Campy motherfuckers. Piece of shit campers. Fuck out of my way. Yeah, and you gotta hold down the click to run. I don't know if I like that. Maybe we could change that. Damn. Well, that's kind of annoying, but whatever.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Give you a choice, head or guts.
The fuck is your problem, brother? Oh. He's coming at me even when I got my shit up. Oh, you're done. You're easy. You're just like a random... You're easier than those other guys. Give me that shit.
Nope.
This game actually seems to have some depth to it, but a lot of Metroidvanias feel kind of lazy. Ow. Okay, you won't block shit if your stamina's gone. Duck that guy. Who was telling me that? Got some rabbit meat? It's down there. Another pathway. This game seems pretty good. I thought they were just gonna have like a very linear game, but it's got some nice Metroidvania already going on here. Oh, you to like drop people to their death and shit. Oh yeah, I get shit on. Oh, and I get stuff for that? Nice. Kinda nice if you could climb a little faster for using stamina. Doesn't matter that much. Got our first big guy up here. Oh, he's a weakling. Like how the music changed a little bit. Don't want to get rolled through, son. Apparently that's a big no-no in this game. Piece of shit. Is there more of you guys? Oh, I dropped something. And I'm fucking way up here. Guys, this isn't good. I may have fucked up. Ow! Ooh, a chest. Minor mana potions. I don't see any of those here. Maybe gotta equip those somehow. Sharpening stone. I don't know how to use any of the special attacks yet. I'm just using the basic shit. Sure, there's some cool stuff in this. This game seems really polished. And then there's a game called Crude that kind of had similar looking action. I feel like we've been waiting for that game forever. Okay, so there's nothing else. I don't think there's anything else up here. Okay, so you can't like roll jump. It's not Donkey Kong. I mean, I guess you can and can if you want. The movement feels really good on the joystick, though. That's important. Okay, so we got past this wall. There might have been another path that we missed. We're not going to take it too serious here because we're just doing a demo. Yeah, so far I really like this game.
Look what I found.
It's giving me a lot better vibes than AI Limit. That game seemed kind of cool, but it wasn't giving off the right vibes, unfortunately. Oh god. Okay, you guys got fucked up. Okay, I got fucked up. But we Gucci. We still had a super healing potion. Forgot to rest here. Gotta level up. Got a little stronger. Yeah, nice. Okay, you guys are back. This is locked. Or maybe it's not locked. Some sewer rats. Gotta have a souls like sewer rats, baby. It's really easy to guard the wrong way on accident. You don't exactly turn around super fast in this game. Or, well, you kind of do, but... Just got fucked up. At least there's no poisoning quite yet. Oh, what was that backstep? Oh, you can backstep. Okay. The backstep shield is really good.
Oh, smells in here.
Oh god, not you. You can't really jump over anything in this game. Not easily, at least. Got a lot of little items. Got rid of the big guy, causing the trouble, and now we just got this weakling. Cut down, son. I'm not a big fan of how you can't
I'm gonna need a
tap to
get
sprint.
through it.
Where is the map? What the fuck? I'm missing something here? Oh, it's the right stick. Click. I could see this being a game where you gotta really get into it, because it's got that Eterna Noctis vibe where it's like, where the fuck am I going? There's no, like, easy-to-read map that tells you exactly what to do or nothing like that. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you gotta be ready for it. Alright, so far I like, how this feels as a Souls-like Metroidvania, if that's exactly what they're going for. I would assume that's what they're going for. Oh god. He's puking on us. I don't even know if he's getting damaged. What's going on there? Oh, he's a boss. No, I rolled too many times. You can, like, buffer roll. Fuck. Oh, I wasted my big attack, too. One more roll. Oh my god.
Biggest rat I've ever seen. That's not natural.
We're like dead now. Well, I probably could have done some sprinting and stuff, but I'm not used to it. So I wish I could map that sprint button somewhere else. I'm not sure if you can get over there right now. Hopefully there's a save point. Merchant's Road. Not a fan of that sprinting button at all.
Get
Maybe I could remap my controller, but
This one must have been ripped
you gotta like pay
straight
extra money for that.
tip before they slapped the helmet on him.
What's this? I thought they stopped trying to get the bodies. No, ma? Let's get you some company, boy.
You guys killing me? I don't have any health. I just fought a boss. Piece of fucking shits, dude. A bunch of douchebags. Get back in there. I don't even remember if this is the way I went. No, apparently it wasn't. I'm not a fan of that sprinting at all. Only for people who like to break their controllers. I don't know about you guys, but that's not my thing. Give me that shit. What's down there? Is that death? Some sort of something. I don't even know why I'm grabbing this shit. Might be able to get over there. I'm not risking it. They should have just, like, gave you some potions right there. It's kind of weird. Why not just give me a few potions? Like, I'm not that good. Okay, then. You're taking all that. We're getting some items now that might make things a little easier. Ow! You want some of this, big man? Ow, okay. Big man. Big man. Where the fuck is my... What the hell? Why did I jump? Some button is like activating jump when I didn't even jump. Is it this? Or maybe it's that. Holy shit. Oh, stagger, you fuck. Stagger. Okay. Something tells me these guys are like one power up away from getting destroyed. What the hell did I just run into? There's like weird little traps in the ground you can't even see, bro. What the fuck? Where is the save point, brother? I'm like one step away from a save point here. That's so fucked, dude. Ow. We'll really go to the last fucking hit with that guy, I don't care. What is that? I can't believe they have invisible traps, bro. That's how I got finished. Why is there not a save point up here? Somebody rolling past people? Is that what? Fuck am I supposed to do all this without? We know what you're doing, kid. Look at that cheese. Love cheese. Oh, what the fuck are you? Holy shit, you're strong as fuck. Oh god. I'll be gathering up some cardinal leaf and some cardinal leaf seeds. Ow. Oh, right here. Seems like a pretty in-depth game. There's like a lot of paths we haven't really seen. There might have been like 2 paths here.
No one passed this point without the commander's permission. Not sure. Huh? Damn it! Not another shift wiped out. Sending out kids with barely a lick of training lately. But what choice do...
Oh, say, you looking for a guide to Wickham? I'm your guy, Gerald Burrow. I'm currently banned from the city. Little misunderstanding in a dice game. And in Miller's daughter. But if you could put in a good word with Commander...
Oh, it's getting all hot in here. I don't know if I'm going to finish this anymore.
Really?
I already kind of know what the game's like. I have to run... It would take a long time to see all the extra areas. That might just be better to do in like an actual playthrough of the game. Seems pretty fun though. It seems really in depth. Like you'd have to set away some extra hours to like really get all the side stuff and talk to all the NPCs and look for the secrets and stuff.
A new face? A cause of celebration around these parts. Rosalie, around for everyone. Drink and be merry, Inquisitor. You're welcome, friend. Drink and forget.
This guy like trying to drug me or something?
An Inquisitor. Hope you're... I suspect you're looking for Commander Claiborne. He's at the end of... Oh, and if you ever...
I don't know what this stuff does. Okay, so these healing items actually seem kind of interesting and useful. You can spend your money to make the game easier a little bit. A lot of times they have a bunch of items and food stuff that you don't really even use. I guess you're kind of just forced to level up, unless you can do something else. I don't even get HP from that, what the fuck? Does that just give me another talent point, or what? I don't know, offensive node. like it can go there and add more to it for customization. That's kind of interesting.
An inquisitor in Wickham. An interesting development. When you see Claiborne, do as he asks or you won't get what you came here for. There is one thing you can do for
Uh-oh.
him. That's unfortunate. I see. It may do.
These actually seem like really well done conversations.
It's Shirin.
Gives me those Mass Effect vibes. If Mass Effect was more RPG and better. Kind of like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, except if it was like brought into modern times. That's the vibe the writing is giving me here. I like it. Almost reminds me of like Baldur's Gate 2. If that was turned into... Yeah, I could see myself playing this game. Easily beating 80% of it, if not finishing the whole thing.
Underground is currently off limits. Please keep moving.
There's like creepy doors here, side area maybe later on. Keeps it interesting.
You know why I don't trust trees?
Stuff that you have to remember.
They're a little shady.
A lot of life in the town here. Is this where the guard captain is? I might stop here. I'm sure they just like let you fight the first big boss or something.
Let's pretend I have time for you.
Or maybe you just do a side quest for this guy and the demo's over. I don't know.
City, but you made it through Old Wickham alone, so you've no doubt got some pressing business.
So Old Wickham was the area we were in the beginning, maybe? I don't know anything about this witch, so you probably had to read more than I did.
Aye, you've thinned the numbers of the bandits, I hear. And that's why... But I'm fighting for the city on two fronts. And can't help but use my leverage to ask for your assistance. The West fell in the night some months ago. Something killed the good lords and ladies.
Oh, he was like the first boss you fight, maybe?
Trapped by the massive gate separating. Then bandits took over Old Wickham to the east. All but... I suspect your liege leaves you no choice but to get your errand done, no matter the cost. Passage to the underground's back the...
Yeah, depending on the price, I would get this game like right away. This game seems fun. It's kind of like what I wanted more from Sultan Sanctuary and like Eterna Noctis. Where it really feels like a full game. It doesn't feel like a developer's like graveyard where they kind of had some good ideas and then like other parts of the game are just like shoddy at best and stuff like that. And that's what I'm hoping that new Eterna Luctus game ends up being like a fleshed out version of Eterna Noctis. If it's the same thing again, I'll be pretty disappointed. But if they really flesh it out and make it feel like its own Metroidvania, not just like an amalgamation of other Metroidvanias with some like developer scraps thrown in there in some areas that just don't feel like... It feels more like a test. Like they were like, hey, what kind of cool area can we make? Let's test something. And then they just stuck with it, you know what I mean? And then as a result, like you don't really know where to go and there's like some frustrating areas, the difficulties up there in that game. And otherwise it had the potential to be like really fucking sick, like Hollow Knight level, really. If some things were different. But yeah, this game seems really fun. It's seeming like a better version of any type of these 2.5D Metroidvanias that I've seen. Like, it almost feels Bloodstained level. Except, obviously, this is more like Souls-like and less Castlevania-like. I'm not one for, like, these really contemporary, is that the word? These really, like, medieval-sounding lines and stuff, but even though I'm not one for it, that's really well done here, and I already like it. So yeah, I'm excited for this game. I hope it comes out sooner than later, and I hope it does really well. I would definitely buy it on sale, and depending on the starting price, I'll probably get it. It's Mandragora, I think it's called. Let me Google it real quick. For no reason. Pretty cool name. It's a or wait. Mandragora. It's like a leaf or like a root or something. Some creepy root. That's mandrake root or something. Pretty cool. I got another Metroidvania to check out, and that might be the last of my Steam Next Fest stuff. I would have liked to give AI Limit a better shot, but the camera didn't work on the PS5 controller, so I was just like, ugh. That game seemed to me to be like another Code Vein level game, except with maybe slightly more modern graphics. So definitely something I would pick up on sale, for me personally. But I'd have to play through at least to the first boss to really give a good review on that AI Limit game, though. This one I can tell right away that it's pretty solid. I'm not the biggest fan of Metroidvanias that just have a lot of that rolling through the enemy thing, but it's very clear that you can't just like spam that in this game, so that makes a big difference. Just like Soldiers was like that too. You could roll. I think you could roll through guys or something, but you couldn't just like spam it or it was gonna get you killed. So yeah, I could tell that even there they had a lot of really good decision making that made it feel like a solid game and not like a jank indie Metroidvania or something like that. So yeah, I'm happy I checked out this game. It's definitely more in depth. I thought it was just gonna be like a chill like linear game, but it's really in-depth Metroidvania. Possibly even more confusing than Blasphemous, and that game was pretty confusing, especially if you don't play it all at once. Like, I have no clue where to go, and I was wandering around for hours and shit when I came back to it. I think that's mostly what we're checking out here with Mandragora. I think Sombered Echoes or something like that is the next Metroidvania we were going to check out. I'll probably check that out later tonight or tomorrow. I did want to talk a little bit about Rivals because, I don't know, every game that I'm trying to like commit myself to has like a major issue of some kind. Halo obviously has the fact that it's super overdone. You can't play mouse and keyboard on there usually without a perfect team. The clicky community is really toxic. Rivals, it was fun the first day, but my account is already matching me up against super gods, and it just like it shouldn't be that sweaty already in the pub lobbies. So that tells me that the sweats are already just like ejecting all of the casuals out the game. You could search 10 matches and maybe not even find one casual player that would be fun to play a bunch of rounds against. Just a bunch of sweats. So I'm not saying I'm going to give up on Rivals or anything, but I don't know if I'm going to buy it exactly right away. And I feel like I would rather dump time into... Because like for $30 I could get Lies of P on sale. I could get the DLC for Elden Ring. I could get, you know what I mean? I could get so many good things, and it's like... Is it really worth $30 to me just to search matchmaking and get my ass kicked by people who aren't better than me and they just play the game 24/7? You know what I mean? Like when you see a guy just spamming his side B 1,000 times at you and he's sweaty as fuck, it just gets to be obnoxious, you know what I mean? Like you could tell this person cares too much, they won't play ranked because they don't want to lose. And then you match like 4 of those guys in a row, and it's like, going through you guys almost isn't even worth the hassle to find someone who's fun to play against and doesn't care that much and actually just goes out and tries to have fun, you know what I mean? They're like so worried about making a mistake. It's the same problem I had with Melee Online. It's like, you're almost better off just finding a friend to play with because the online community is garbage and the matchmaking is unfair. Like I was watching Uberhacks Nova play, and he was playing ranked even. And he's just playing like these bots who can't even wave dash. I haven't even seen one kid like that. Every single person I've played against has like really good tech skill, you know what I mean? They're spamming aerials like fucking crazy. They're zipping all over the place with perfect wave dashes. They're maining a character already and sweating with it. The whole game plan and everything. It's just, I thought it was going to be fun off of the first few searches, and I got normal human beings. And then I started searching, and it was just like cringe Loxodonts and fleets camping the whole time, and it was like, oh, this is really cringe already. Because I probably beat those kids' ass in Melee, and they're sitting here sweating on me in a fucking game that I don't play that much of. And it's not like I'm searching ranked and I'm high ranked, then it would be different. I would try harder and actually put up with the losses. It's the fact that I barely played, and I'm searching the social playlist, the pub lobbies, and it's fucking ridiculous right away. Like, I expected a little bit of that, but it shouldn't be every game I barely played. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. It should be matching me up against kids who barely played. What happened was, I think I beat a few players who were probably too good for me to beat. I just beat them because I'm good at Melee. And that's pretty much how I was able to beat them. I'm not actually that good at Rivals 2, you know what I mean? Like, I used my Melee skill to beat them. And then what happened was the MMR instantly classified me as at least a very, very good player. Not top tier, but not very good, so I'm not going to match anyone that I want to match, you know what I mean? I did get lucky, and I matched one kid who sat there and took L's for me for like an hour and a half, and that was really fun, but you can't guarantee that you're going to match a normal person who wants to take L's from you, you know what I mean? Like, the other kids that I beat left right away, or one of them left before I even finished beating him. He just gave up and quit. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's happening to me, and then I'm supposed to sit there and play out 10 losses in a row. It's just like every other video game online. It's a bunch of fucking sweat fucks. Kids like me, except they got no heart, and they'll just sit there and crush you into the dirt for fun when they're already gonna win anyway. It's really cringe. And unfortunately, Rivals 2 is already like that right off the rip. I thought maybe there would be like some sort of casual population. It's going to be too hard to find actual games that you can practice in, and not games where you're just getting shit stomped. And you basically don't even get to move or do anything because the person's patternized so many inputs already that you can't help to beat them because you haven't patternized that many inputs on your main character like they have and stuff like that. It's just, when it gets like that in the first week, it's like, that's cringe, you know what I mean? Like, back the fuck off, play some other characters, chill the fuck out, dude. You don't need to break your hands right on the first day of the beta. Like, these people are fucking weird. I'm not gonna give up on the game, like I said. I know I'm good at platform fighters, and even if I get beat once in a while, I'm still a tournament level player. So I know I could always come back and catch up to the community and pass up a bunch of the average ones and still have some fun. But it's like, do I really want to do that for 30 bucks? Plus the fact that there's like going to be no characters coming out for like a whole year, basically. You know what I mean? Do I really want to sit there and queue up and get shit on by sweaty Loxodonts and fleets over and over and Orcanes? I don't know. Nobody fun plays, nobody like at your skill level or slightly below plays the fun characters. They won't play Rano, they won't play Clarin, they won't play Zetterburn, they won't play Forsburn unless they're super sweaty weirdos that main him. It's really obnoxious. I barely even played and I can already tell that's exactly what's going on. It's like the cringiest way, everyone cares way too much about winning and shit. Even in, like I said, in the pub lobbies, like, you should just be looking for chill games in there, but it's just a bunch of sweaty weirdos who don't want to get beat up in ranked, so they go and beat up people in the pubs. Basically, like me, if that's all I did was play Rivals, and I sat there and grinded streams and tech skill and learned every little last thing about the game, and then I just sat there in pubs after that. That's literally what all these guys are doing. They get ahead of the game, they try really hard for the first week, and then they sit in pubs and never leave. So they're always at a good level that beats pub players. They like set themselves up to be douches for the first year. That's literally what they're doing. I guarantee people that some of them even think that. They like even think that way. But yeah, it's kind of sad about Rivals 2, but I mean, it's to be expected, especially after Fragpunk turned into like the biggest controller sweatfest ever within a week. Literally changed by the day. controller players were getting shit on the first few days, and then when they learned what makes them overpowered, they all got good at it. And then cringe. No fun anymore. Ah, but what can you do? So basically, I'm looking for... Damn. Yeah, but I'm like I said, I'm still gonna do my best to support Rivals because I believe in the game. I think the game is fucking awesome. Like playing it with like your brother and your friends at a party when you're all a little bit drunk would be like the funnest thing ever. Especially if everyone enjoyed platform fighters and you just like didn't take it serious and you lost them once in a while, even if you were the sweaty one there, you just threw some games for fun and do a bunch of stupid things and just try to have fun. But yeah, you still want to be the best, but you don't have to, you know what I mean? The only thing I really don't like about this game is that sprint button is fucking annoying. Because it basically requires you to, like, damage your joystick to perform optimally. To perform it at its full speed and everything. Which is how gamers like to play, so I don't like that. But other than that, that's, like, the one complaint I have about this game. It's also a little bit hard to get into, because there's, like, so many directions and so many NPCs right away, but like I said... If you're looking for an in-depth game, this game got you covered. It's gonna satisfy that in-depth side questing mind that a lot of people like to have. It's really fun where you can like kind of pick your route through the game and stuff like that. But yeah, on the plus side, yeah, that's the other thing is like, do I really want to buy Rivals for $30, which is a great price, but then I basically have to buy a $280 glyph controller to actually play the game properly, so I have 2 shield buttons, and I have access to short hop, and I have access to, all my parry and everything in the right spot. It's like, do I really want to spend... Because that basically means the game costs me $310. Plus tax and shipping and shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking crazy. And then, I don't even know if it's going to work right away. Like, I don't know how good their firmware is going to be. I don't know when they're going to update it so it works with Rivals 2. And there's, like, no other box controllers that are very clearly working with Rivals 2. There's, like, maybe, like, one other one. I don't even know if it's, like, available, and it's not like it's that much cheaper anyway. The Glyph is probably the best option. If you're going for, like, a tournament-level pad that's big and sturdy. Feels good on the lap. It's not like some little thing that's falling off your lap and shit. That's what a lot of the cheaper ones are. Not that you can't get good on those too, but I feel like the big sturdy controllers, they just make it feel more like a professional level experience. Those little dinky things are fun to whip out, but they're just kind of thin and light, and they don't stay in the same spot in your lap, and you're kind of like, they don't stay there by themselves. You have to like make sure they don't move, you know what I mean? It's just an extra level that disconnects you from the game. But yeah, like I said, Rivals 2 is fucking awesome. I reviewed it like 3 times already. I gave it a score multiple times, kind of adjusted it around. Somewhere sitting between like a 9.3 and a 9.5 for me, depending. The matchmaking is already like a 7.5 for me, in my opinion. And that's the thing, is like, the game doesn't really have much more than matchmaking. So why do I want to pay $30 just to have a community of assholes pick on me, you know what I mean? Pick the sweatiest, most toxic character, they pick Craig, they pick Raster, they pick Loxodon, they pick the most annoying character, the like cornballiest character, and then they sweat super hard with them. It's like, I could see this maybe happening a year or 2 from now, but the fact that this is happening instantly just shows me what kind of gamers a lot of these guys are. Ego-driven dumb fucks who are only good at the one thing they're good at, and that's all they'll ever be good at. And it's like, playing against them isn't even going to, like, make me a better platform fighter player. I could just play against computers that beat my ass on level 9 and play against 2 of them if I really had to. And it would be, like, the same training, you know, same level of annoyance and same training, basically. And then just play against good players once in a while to keep your skills with real people fresh. Like, that's all you would have to do. So it's like, why would I want to pay $30 to have that experience now when I could just play catch up a year from now when there's actually some more characters, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that sounds defeatist and but it's like, it's my money and I want it now. I'm just kidding. But it's my money and it's like, it's really a hard choice because it's like, do I really want to go that route, which is going to cost me more because of that $300 controller? And that's gonna take a bunch of money away from my future computer. And then, like, am I really even gonna want to be playing Rivals that much just a few months from now? You know what I mean? A few years from now, it sounds fun to play Rivals because you'd have a lot of catch up to do. There'd be a bunch of new characters, like a whole new game, basically. You know what I mean? There'd be like double the characters a few years from now, like 2 years from now. And I'm not telling you to wait. I'm just saying waiting isn't necessarily the worst option. It's not like you're going to miss out on a bunch of Christmas noobs, you know what I mean? Like, there's not going to be that many noobs who ever play the game. They're gone already. They were gone day one, the first time they queued up, and they matched against these weird kids that I'm talking about. And they stopped playing, and you won't find them, you know what I mean? You might get lucky, like I said, and find that one kid who's trying to learn, and you can use him as a good practice partner, and maybe give him a few wins once in a while, you know what I mean? But most of the time, it'll just be you testing out your game and getting better, and he's trying his... That's the fun way to play when you're already at my skill level, you know what I mean? Why would a tournament-level player want to queue up... I'm not trying to get better. I don't care about getting better. I'm already good enough at platform fighters. You know what I mean? So why would a tournament-level player want to queue up and all they ever get is a massive L from somebody who's probably not even better outside of the fact that they're really good at this game right this second. You know what I mean? They're like breaking their hands to win a pub game type shit. And they got the cornballiest shit queued up in their head that they're going to use over and over if it works on you. This one guy just, all he did the whole game was Orcane, dash back, grab. Orcane, dash back, grab. It was like the cringiest thing ever. It's like, dude, watch that work against one guy who knows how to deal with it, bro. You're a douche. I guarantee you I would do better against that guy. You're just cornballing. So I quit out. It's like, you're cornballing me. That's boring. Quit trying so hard. It's not a fucking tournament match. Fucking weirdos. You're just inevitably in any competitive game, you will run into a bunch of people who only care about winning and that's all they care about. And they'll do anything for it. And it just gives you, no matter what, it'll give you a bad vibe unless you're the best in the world and you can counter their bullshit, you know what I mean? And even them, even the best in the world, probably don't want to deal with some sweat breathing down their fucking neck, killing himself to win a game, a pub game, you know? And instead of just chilling and playing at your normal skill level, these people are trying to, like, go fucking hyperbolic and fucking KO Ken themselves to death. It's really like that. It's really like that. You can even see them move faster in the game when they want to win. I do it too. But I'm chill a lot of the times, and if you let me win, I usually will go easy on you and let you train against me, you know what I mean? That's the kind of guy I am. I'm not saying I'm better than a better training partner than a lot of these people, but I'm definitely better than the toxic sweaties that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I could be a little nicer. I could go easier when I match a noob. I'm not saying the only reason I have to go that hard is because that might be the only noob I get to match all fucking day, you know what I mean? So I'm just going really hard against them so I can get some reps in of actually my skill being enough. But yeah, you could tell it's very, very skill-based or something. Like, they're, like, measuring my actions per minute or something, and then within the first 10 matches, they've already decided I'm an above-average player. So I don't like that. I feel like skill-based matchmaking should be earned over a longer period of time. I should have gotten at least a taste of the noobers, you know what I mean? Because there's clearly a lot of noobs on there. And instead I got almost none. Even my first match was like nearly a tournament level player that I had to beat, you know what I mean? He probably is a tournament level player, just doesn't go to him. And that was the first match I got on there. Should not be that good. When I know there is fucking noobs on there. I've seen them. Watch a newbie big streamer who's playing around, search that game. There's noobs, bro. That shit is so fucking skill based. It's actually fucking crazy. They might even skill base you after one match. That's my guess, is that I just got unlucky, matched a good player, and then I had to beat him because of my ego. And I was just playing good that day. And then, because I had just like labbed the game quite a bit. And I was hitting him with some really nice Zetterburn, like nearly pro level combos. And that was like almost not enough to beat him. You know what I mean? It's very obvious they're like measuring my actions per minute or something. Otherwise, there'd be no way they were that good at skill basing me that hard. Like, yeah, I know some of these good players I should be playing against, but they're not going to ever go easy on me. They're not going to be my friend. They're not going to switch characters and let me beat them once in a while with their worst character. They're not. And that's why I get mad. That's because it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Because the wins I got, the fucking kid quit out. The losses I get are some fucking freakazoid who should be playing the best player in the world, not me. You know what I mean? And that's you get so punished in video games nowadays for even being good for one fucking match. That you never, it's not like the old days where like you could just play Halo 3 all day, for example, and never, if you were actually good, like an MLG 50, like never run into anyone who gave you trouble, you know what I mean? I don't even know if I've experienced anything like that since like squatting up in Fortnite in the early days. Ever since then, I've never, every game I go to is like the most skill-based, sweatiest, and I know, like, yeah, I'm getting older, like, maybe I don't try as hard as I used to, or maybe I don't care as much as I used to, I don't got the patience. I get it. But at the end of the day, why are these games so fucking skill-based? I've been gaming my whole life, I'm sweaty as fuck, it shouldn't be that bad, you know what I mean? And, like, what's my reward even if I stuck around and got a little bit better and beat some of these good players? I get to fight better players? Oh, joy, you know what I mean? I get to break my hands against somebody after that? I don't think so. I'm good enough. I should be getting better matches and rivals. It shouldn't be that sweaty. Not playing for, like, highest ranks. But somehow I'm matching kids who probably could play for highest ranks. You know what I mean? And that's just the beta while it's popular. So, like, what's the game going to be like 6 months from now when some of the early adopters leave? You know what I mean? It's going to get worse than that, you're telling me? Like, that's fucking crazy. I like being good at video games and everything too, but god damn it, dude. I don't know. I always seem to get really unlucky in betas. Like, I was playing the Halo Infinite beta, and it was the sweatiest thing I ever played for in my life. I never got an easy game. I was the only good player on my team every single match. It was fucking crazy from the beginning. It was like they knew I was good before I even played the game, and they wouldn't ever let me play the game. That's part of the reason I never gave Infinite a shot, because the skill-based matchmaking was on another level. You didn't need it. Everyone was partied up besides me. Everyone has a Halo buddy. They were like checking out the new Halo with their buddy, and I was the only one fucking alone every game. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been going through. It's really frustrating because I was banking on Rivals 2 to be more chill and fun. If I even got like 2 more matches that were like that practice dude that I had who let me beat him for a while and let me practice. If I even had like 2 more matches with guys like that, I would be chill. But the fact that was the only kid I matched after hours of matchmaking, it's just like, do I really want to do this anymore? And I gotta pay money for it? You know what I mean? I love Rivals. I love Rivals as much as the next guy. And it's the only good platform fighter to play right now because Melee sucks and it's old and it's overdone. And every other game sucks. Doesn't have good mechanics. You know what I mean? And then Beyond Melee is like the only other thing that's good and nobody plays it. So I get it. Like, Rivals 2 is like your only good option. But it's not even a good option. You know what I mean? Because of the population. The game is sick. I wish it had a little bit more technical mechanics here and there. Or even options for them. Absolutely. I feel like that about every modern fighter is dumbed down and stupid. And it lowers the skill gap and makes it obnoxious. There's nothing to work for. You're basically just stuck at your beginning skill level, and you can't really get that much better. But beyond all that, it's still like one of the best fighters that's come out in forever. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Maybe there'll be a reason to buy it. Maybe my cousin and my brother will get into it. Probably not, but it'd be nice if they did. Then we'd actually have some fun and fair-ish matches. You know what I mean? And some people to keep up with the game with that aren't just online sweaty douchebags with no life. Like, you should see how campy these rasters are, and how spammy these fleets are, and how spammy the Loxodonts are, and how they'll just forward air you 1,000 times off the edge, and it's just really cringe, bro. It feels exactly like back when I went to Melee tournaments, and there's like a bunch of fucking weirdos who cared way too much about two-stocking me and shit like that. And then they would go and choke against some little kid that I beat later on, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you're cool. You sweated your ass off against me, had your ego against me, and then you fucking crumbled against a fucking kid that I beat. Some little fucking 13-year-old, you know what I mean? 11-year-old. Like, that's literally what Melee tournaments were like. Bunch of sweaty, smelly dudes trying their hardest against me and then choking against I Ate Your Pie and O'Reilly and Gunderson. And you know what? This feels exactly like that. It's nice to see that the platform fighter community hasn't changed one bit. The slight bit of online feels like the sweatiest weird boy shit ever. I guess that's just what happened, like, from 2014 until 2020. Every platform fighter became overplayed. Everyone knew about the tournaments. Everyone watched hundreds of gameplays. The whole genre got overdone and never really got anything deep added to it. Rivals 2 is like the first thing that was really added to it in a long time, but it's like too little too late. We need something that basically transcends Smash Ultimate, transcends Rivals 2, transcends that new combo. Devils, I think it's called. Looks like a cool fighting game take on a platform fighter. But we need something that, like, confuses the best elements of all of those and is actually the next step, you know what I mean? Rivals 2 is great, but it's not that next step that's going to bring in a ridiculous following, you know what I mean? I think if they would have went more technical and had deeper mechanics, that it might have been possible. But as of now, we just have too many fucking Smash Ultimate kids spamming aerials, and we have too many PM kids spamming their wave dashes, and we have too many Twitch junkies watching thousands of hours of pro footage to get as good as they possibly can as fast. We have just too much of that, of the average platform fighter grinder shit going on. So, like, you can't actually hop on and have casual fun whatsoever. It's, like, instantly the most competitive thing of all time. And this is coming from a guy who did well in tournaments and beat top players in Melee and loved the shit out of Rivals 1 and is doing well on Rivals 2, and I still feel like that, you know what I mean? Like, I literally just beat a guy like 40 times in a row who wasn't even bad. And I could have beat him another 40, you know what I mean? Like, I'm clearly got some fucking massive skill. It's just, when that means nothing because I'm up against some no-life who I'll never see in person. They'll never go to a tournament. You'll never see them do anything. Most of them don't even have videos or make videos. It's just like, ugh. Yeah, bro, you beat me, but you beat me online and with your little perfect matchup that you picked your weird character to match mine, and you've fought 1,000 Zetterburns already, so you kind of bullshitted me, and you know what I mean? It's just like, it's hard to accept losses from fakes, you know what I mean? They're like I said, they don't got YouTubes, they don't make videos, they don't got combo videos. They're just sweating right now because it's new, you know what I mean? And I just, it's the same reason why Halo Infinite sucked right away. It's the same reason why Fragpunk started to suck. There's always this new hype around things, and then you got a bunch of fucking weirdos who come in, and they try even harder than I do. And I feel like I already try way too hard at these games, you know what I mean? And it's just weird. And there's too many of them, and they got too much time on their hands. None of them want to, like, be friends and actually, like, get you better either. They're always there, just there to beat you. So all the shit adds up, and it's just like, fuck that shit, dude. It ain't worth it. Game's fucking sick, but the community sucks. It has no casual base whatsoever. And even some of the casuals that I match don't want to take L's, so good luck. You know what I mean? Like, think about that. I go in there and I quit out and I don't want to take an L and I'm sweaty as fuck, right? But there's like a guy literally half my skill who wants to go on there and not sweat. It's like, dude, you're half the skill that you should be, and you're going on there quitting out of games and shit. You know what I mean? That's the guy. That's the one guy I got to beat. The guy who fucking ran away like a bitch. And if he played me for 2 hours, I might have liked the game. You know what I mean? But he played me for one half of a match. The only ones who want to play me are fucking nerds who want to beat me by one stock and think they're fucking gods, you know what I mean? It's funny when they like are camping desperately when they're up 2 stocks. I just quit out at that point. I'm like, okay, dude, you're cringe. You're still desperate camping in a pub match when you're up 2 stocks against a guy you might never play again. You're cool, brother. I try not to do that. I'll even, like, commit suicide sometimes just to be funny. Make the match more interesting and stuff like that. Anyways, that's been my experience with Rivals. Definitely changed up from the first few days. Should have known. Everything's just been rough, right? Like, I can't find a niche for myself that I really want to stick with. Like I said, I'm not abandoning Rivals by any means. It's the only game I got as far as fighters go. But I'm going to need some other stuff is what I'm saying. To keep my YouTube going, to keep my Twitch stream going. Basically that stuff. I'm going to hop on another Halo stream, I think, because I got a lot of energy. And I don't really feel like playing anything else right now, unfortunately. I would have played more of this game, but for some reason I don't have the patience after those fucking Rivals matches today. And some of the bullshit on Halo. I don't got the patience for this right now. I'm going to give another game a shot. And that's kind of what I'm going to have to work on. Like, I'm kind of going from, like, Halo, Rivals, Fragpunk, shooter player guy to multi-variety guy. Plays Halo, plays Quake Champions, plays Doom on stream, plays a little bit of Rivals once in a while maybe, if it does stay fun. If there is some casual matches a few months from now, I could see myself still playing the game. That's assuming I do buy the game. You know, Elden Ring has a really nice computer, pumps out really good graphics. I'm kind of moving into that. Like, I want to play really nice single-player games and not always be on a multiplayer game that takes all my energy and my brain power for the day. You know what I mean? Like, that's great, but you can't do that your whole life, no matter what you think and how you try to keep forcing it and finessing it. It just never works. Like, life keeps beating you over the head with it. Like, dude, you got to do other things. Dude, you got to be multifaceted. Dude, you got to have some variety. Your life keeps going. You can't just, you know what I mean? Life will just keep beating you over the head with it. And I feel like that's what it's doing to me again. It's like, Mike, I know you like Fragpunk. Mike, I know you like, you're liking Rivals. But, dude, it's not the only thing. There's hundreds and hundreds of games you would probably enjoy. There's other things you got to do with your life. You got to meditate. You got to do yoga. You got to go for walks. You got to take care of your family. You know what I mean? It's just like, there's so many things to do, and it's like, I just can't justify committing my whole life to questionable matchmaking, and you know that's really what it is. It's not like Quake isn't a great game. It's not like Rivals isn't a great game. Halo isn't a great game. It's not like Fragpunk isn't a great game. All these other games that I might be into. It's not like they're not great games. It's just you're committing yourself to nefarious people, questionable matchmaking, toxicity. You know what I mean? There's only so much of all this crap you can take. You don't have infinite time. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not a question of determination at some point. It's a question of sanity, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, we can see, the life sees that you're determined, brother, but it's telling you, like, you have other things that are out there for you. This isn't the only thing that exists. You know what I mean? And that's just what I've been talking about it for a few years now, and I'm just continually getting forced into that direction, having to learn to go with the flow, having to learn to at least go that direction, that smart direction once in a while. But yeah, that's what it's kind of been like, unfortunately. But I do hope, like, I don't know if it's going to be Lies of P or Elden Ring or something's going to come up that's going to be really fun for me, I'm sure. I just don't exactly know what it is yet. That's kind of why I'm searching for games and everything. I would really like to play Quake Champions, but every time I queue onto that game, it's me carrying a team of bots, and it's just really cringe because I'm up against, like, scrim level players, and I've never scrimmed a day in my life on that game. Like, I have to play Riverbank, or I have to play... Who was the other sweaty I had to play today? Favorite. His name was, like, Favorite spelt perfect. I had to play... It's really cringe. Because the game is fucking fantastic, but it's another so skill-based and so party-uppy that it just never ends up being fun. And I hate it because I like Quake mechanics and the battling more than almost any other shooter I've ever played. It just has no population whatsoever. So if you get any level, if you get any decent at the game, you'll never have a fun match again. It'll literally put you in like 12 losses in a row. And then, like, the one time you got an overpowered teammate, the other team will quit or something. So you'll never get that satisfaction that you deserved. Or even for a second. Even if you deserved, like, 6 matches that were fun, you'll get one match that could have been fun, and it didn't end up being fun because the other team gave up. You know what I mean? And it's fucked. That's why I play Halo, because it's like I'm good enough at Halo, and Halo has a little bit of a population, so I can just get teammates and win all day if I want. You know what I mean? But it never works out that easy on Quake Champions. I don't even want to do that to people on that game. Like, I'm sure I could sit there and invite the best player on the other team and eventually get brought up into the good squads and crush the matchmaking. I don't care, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. It'd be nice so I could actually practice the game, but I don't want to go through all that crap, you know what I mean? I'll just play it once in a while and take a loss and get off. Unfortunately, that's going to be the extent of my Quake Champions adventures. But yeah, I still got to finish Echoes of Wisdom. That Mario and Luigi game's coming soon. There's probably some secret games coming out this holiday. Seems like that happens a lot more nowadays, where the game kind of just gets announced and pops out of nowhere. Fragpunk kind of popped out of nowhere like that, for example. And yeah, we're just kind of waiting because we know there's a lot of good games coming, and I'm just kind of find some fun stuff to do in the meantime that actually connects with me and resonates and sticks with me instead of something that just pisses me off, you know? But yeah, that's kind of the bad news about Rivals. I'll probably do one more online session during the beta today. Actually, I think it's going away very soon, so it might be tonight or it might be in the morning, or I might not even get to play anymore. But like I said, I don't really care. Actually, yeah, it is going away very soon now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure. So that kind of sucks. I don't know if I'm going to play anymore. Definitely fun while it lasted. It was fun, like, getting some really sick combos with Zetterburn and Rano, and playing some really good neutral with, not that good at combos. With Clarin, I feel like I'm pretty good at neutral when I'm going. Yeah, we'll see where things go. Hopefully, I get somebody in my family starts playing Rivals and Smash or something, and then I'll have like a posse to play with, and then it'll actually be fun to play online because I have someone to go back to and actually, you know, practice the things I learn against instead of just a bunch of guys who want to beat my ass with different characters and shit. That I don't know the matchups as good as them and stuff. You'll never see those sweaties like swap to their worst character and like lose a game against you. You know what I mean? That's like that's what's cringe about it. They're like so desperate. It's like I said, it's like you're playing tournament level players, except none of these pussies actually do tournaments. They just like to pretend they do, and they're all like Discord buddies. Like I guarantee almost everyone I lost to today is like a Discord dweeb that has practiced loads of platform fighters in the last few years against other Discord sweats, you know what I mean? So you're basically like forced to become a Discord sweat if you want to play the matchmaking of a current platform fighter. You know what I mean? Because you need that boost. You need to be part of the Discord or have a friend like that that sits there and feeds you skill and feeds you good training matches and shit. That's literally what they're doing. I guarantee it. 100% that's what they're doing. Because that's exactly what I would do if I wanted to be that sweaty. This is the first thing I would do is just like hop on matchmaking, look for every possible person I could add to Discord, go to Discord, look for a few friends looking around, and then start going with them. That's what any person who wanted to get good at. But that's the thing is, that's all you run into. It's not like that's just one guy. It'll be like 7 matches in a row. You know what I mean? It's like, do you know how long that takes? That's like your whole game session. 7 matchmaking searches in a row will be people like that. They can't beat you with their worst character. They can't beat you when you're having a good game, but they're going to beat you when you search against them. And that's for sure. I don't know what else I can complain about. I'm trying to think like obviously Elden Ring is going to be great, but I just know that as great as that game is, it's not going to be everything, and it's only 80 hours long. That doesn't sound very good. But when I start playing games, like 80 hours isn't really that much. Like, I have way more time than that on Quake Champions, and you can't even play Quake Champions, you know what I mean? I got 30 plus hours like on Fragpunk instantly, you know what I mean? Within like less than a week. And I was also streaming Halo during that whole week. A lot of it. So, you know what I mean? Like, Elden Ring is going to be great, but it's not going to be everything that I'm looking for. And I think that's what I do because for a long time, like, Smash Melee was all I needed. Halo 3 was all I needed. Fortnite was all I needed to play. It was an in-depth game that I could dump thousands of hours into, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And when I don't have a game that feels like that, I just feel like I start to lose it as a gamer. Like I don't even want to do it anymore and stuff. And that's kind of where I've been at for a long time now. And Fragpunk sort of filled the void for a little bit. Rivals 2 was sort of filling the void, and now it's already kind of gone. Because it's just too hard to get fun games online. Like, for example, the last match I played on... after I did my stream, I hopped on for a few Rivals matches. The last match I played was a sweaty Fleet player, I think. And I just barely had a really good game against them. That doesn't really make any sense, but that's how it was. Because they were sweating balls. No, it was an Orcane. Sorry, it was an Orcane. And it wasn't quite as sweaty as the Orcane I played just before them that was doing the dash dance grab spam, fucking annoying ass, troll ass, no life shit. Where you're like having a mental breakdown to win neutral. And you won't even throw a fucking attack because you're such a fucking pussy. Unless it's a back air from Orcane. Like, that's literally what that guy was doing. And then I matched, like, basically him, but it was a guy who wasn't quite as good as him, right? So he was doing that Orcane grab spam shit. Where you just never go in and you just always dash dance until you get a grab punish. But he was beatable, and I barely had a really good game against him, right? And then I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he left. I was going to leave anyway, because I was like, I'm done with this. I don't even care if I'm winning. I don't even want to play this guy. Orcane's fucking annoying. And it's just like, You don't get, that's not what Rivals is. Rivals is fun. Rivals is Zetterburn versus Clarin. Rivals is Loxodont versus Crag. Rivals is Loxodont versus Zetterburn. Rivals is Maple versus Rano. You know what I mean? What these people turn it into is their sweaty, annoying main, Fleet, Loxodont, Orcane versus you. And that's the only one they'll play, is that one that you're really warmed up with and you're really sweaty with it, and it's your best character. And you know, they basically turn it from a fun game like Nintendo originally intended for platform fighters, and they turn it into a cringe, campy, douchey experience where they just care way too much about neutral, and they never just go for funny, sick combos. They'll never put anything on the risk. And you know what I mean? And yeah, it's fun to play against that a little bit to get better, but it's also like, you're really going to do this every moment of every match you play, brother? Good luck finding people who like playing against you, you know what I mean? And I think that's why that one kid played against me for an hour, because like, even though I was whooping his ass, he could tell that I was like a good training partner, and I didn't have any bad vibes towards him or anything like that. And I would let him get a stock here or there. I wouldn't try excessively hard to 3-stock him or anything like that, because it didn't matter to me, you know what I mean? It was just fun to have a training partner that wasn't a fucking massive sweat. But yeah, that's been the Rivals experience. I mean, I guess that's probably exactly what I would have predicted the experience to be like. I was hoping that it would be a little bit more casual, at least for the first 30 matches. But sadly, it didn't go like that at all. It was literally sweaty from the beginning. And I only matched one cool person. Or maybe two, but he was too good. He was like as good as me. So we didn't jive. I mean, I should like someone who's my skill level, but I'm just starting the game. I'd prefer to play somebody who's like 80% of my skill level, so I don't gotta sweat my fucking ass off just to get a win. You know what I mean? And I can actually practice the characters and get to know the game. Which shouldn't be asking that much, because like I said, I've beaten top players in Melee, and it shouldn't... Which is basically the game that made this game. And I've also gotten super good at PM before, and super good at Rivals 1 and shit, so it's like... If a guy like me can't go on there and have fun, there's a problem. Your guys' skill-based matchmaking needs to not be that strong. And it needs some randomness introduced. Because I shouldn't be... You know what I mean? It's making me feel like I'm like the bottom of tier of a player. When in reality, I'm more like an A tier box player with the potential to be S. But all I'm matching is S and A plus right away, you know what I mean? When the majority of the players are not S and A plus. They're C's and D's and E's and B's and you know what I mean? Where I don't get to play any of these guys and ever work on my gameplay. It's always... But I'll try to give it one more shot before the beta's over. I guarantee it's going to be the same fucking thing, though. Doesn't make no sense. The skill-based matchmaking in video games fucking sucks now. It became too much of a thing. So being at any level over of like a B-ranked player in any game just turns into garbage. Turns into unfun monotony. You don't ever really get better because the guy's beating you so hard you can't really figure out how he's doing it. The only way you could is if you lived with the dude for a week and actually studied his gameplay, you know what I mean? Getting your ass beat in a few online matches ain't gonna do shit. I promise you that. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Anyways. I've been kind of stressed out about that because Rivals 2, I was like hyped up in my head about that for years, and it turned into that already, and it's just fucking annoying. And it's not like there's going to be a bunch of characters out in the next 6 months. They're going to take forever to come, and it's rough. You know what I mean? It's not like there's Hollow Knight. It's not like there's all these other games that I would have liked to play this holiday. On top of that, Fragpunk's going away, and Fragpunk got dominated by controller players within the first week, and it's just ruined now. I watched this one controller player, his name is like Elvin. He literally just goes around and perfect aims everyone by pre-scoping them with controller, and it's like the cringiest thing ever. Not because he's nothing wrong with him, Well, because he complains when people don't like controller, and it's like, dude, do you look at what you're doing on your gameplay? Like, your aim's not bad, but dude, you can't do that at mouse and keyboard. It doesn't matter how good you are. You're being a douche to people. You could at least admit that controller's overpowered, you know what I mean? Instead of going around acting like there's no reason for us to be complaining. Like, dude, do you see that you just dropped 15 people in a row in this free-for-all? No mouse and keyboard player is ever going to do that. They don't have aim assist on heads. Their AR doesn't stay that steady. It's not going to happen. They actually have to aim and their shit wiggles all over the place. It's like completely different games. Like, I'm not saying there's no advantage for mouse and keyboard, but there's nothing that mouse and keyboard can do besides insane perfect sniping, which is RNG, especially when the sniper takes that long to scope in. You never know if you're going to be able to get those snipes off. So basically, the controller's overpowered by a lot, especially if you know what you're doing and you can play a high-sense controller. Because then you can keep up with the mouse and keyboard guys pretty much too. So their only advantage goes away. And you still have aim assist and super solid aim. Controller players literally need a damage debuff. Like, they shouldn't do that much damage if they're going to keep that aim. It's not fair. I guarantee that's something that hurts that game and possibly kills it. Like, they think they're getting more players because they have controller as an option, but it's going to end up as them having, like, no players because nobody wants to play against sweaty controller in a Call of Duty-esque quick kill time shooter. And guess what's dominating? Guess what the top streamers of that game were playing? They were either insane Valorant squads partied up on mouse and keyboard, or they were controller god squads wrecking everybody on controller. So you either got a team of gods or you got a controller gods. Those were the two things that were dominating. Top of the leaderboard players. Don't play controller? Oh, well, you're fucked. Wasn't a pro in Valorant? Oh, well, you're fucked. You know what I mean? You have no options for good matches on Fragpunk then. Again, without Discord searching for insane teammates and desperately sucking dick for, you know what I mean? Who wants to do that? Just to play a video game. With any type of fun to be had, you know? Anyways, I could go on and on. That's kind of been the big commentary for October. Like, the big one about the game situation. Things were definitely fun for a little bit. Rivals was fun for a little bit. Fragpunk was fucking awesome for a little bit. But I guess we're moving on, unfortunately. And hopefully something comes around again and makes sense down the road. Hopefully we can get back into one of these games and it's actually fun somehow. Find the right group of friends or something, who knows. But the right group of friends, like, I highly recommend these games. I just don't recommend searching the matchmaking solo like I have to. It's not like, you know what I mean? It'd be different. I was like 17 and I got a bunch of buddies who play video games and we can all just play together and I could take L's better because I got friends with me. It's not like that, you know what I mean? People my age all have jobs and they don't play video games like I do. So it's like there's almost no way for me to connect that way to the video game culture like I want to. To the competitive gaming culture. But yeah, I could go on and on. Sorry about the weird botched video again. I'm just stuck. And I don't know what's next, and I don't like when I'm in these kind of phases. I got a big day tomorrow, and I don't feel like I have home base set, you know what I mean? I don't even think Rivals is going to be there tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's going away, and then I won't have, like, anything to do that's new. Unless I get into something new specifically tomorrow. Yeah, my buddy who like knows a lot of games and stuff, and always introduces me to new stuff and shooters and stuff. He didn't even know what Quake Champions was, which is funny. He must have been too into Fortnite back. Because that's why I think that's one of the reasons I never heard about Quake Champions was because of Fortnite. He thought it looked good, and I told him it was good. I don't know if he's ever going to try it, but because he'll have a new account. He can just hop in, and his first like 30 games of Quake Champions will probably be fun. He'll get good teammates, I bet. That's what happened to me when I first played the game. Shit was damn fun right away, even though I sucked. And there were so many wins. I missed those days. Those 4 short days before the matchmaking started ranking me as a decent player. Apparently I'm better at Quake Champions than I thought because I was giving it my all today and I was almost beating like Riverbank and some sweaties. He even had a way better team than me and I still almost beat him. Outplaying him, sick-ass snipes. I was doing really good actually. It's unfortunate that the game is so unbearable because everything's a loss. Like if they would have gave me one good win after those multiple losses I took, and I played out the whole game and I carried my bots. If they would have gave me one good win, I would have been okay with it, but they just kept giving me losses and I was just like, I'm gone. See ya. That game is so fucking dead, it's crazy. Takes forever to search. It never gives you fun matches. It's fucking crazy. Your teammate will quit all the time because they know who's on the other team, just like you do. That's one of the reasons why one of the matches went bad, because my teammate quit right away, and I was like, I'm not playing a 3v4 against Sweaty. I don't know. So hopefully something will change. If my cousin and my brother actually played cool games like Quake Champions and Smash Bros. And stuff, Fragpunk, we'd probably have a damn good time, but I don't think they're ever going to do that. So I'll probably play Quake Champions with my old buddy from school. Or I mean, not Quake, Fragpunk when it comes out. We'll probably play that together. So that should be some fun for us. Especially if we can find a teammate. I'm sure we can. We're pretty good, so shouldn't be too hard to find somebody who wants to come help us get some wins. So that is something fun to look forward to, and something that I will like be more committed to than I have been with these other games. Yeah, like I said, I'm going more the route of fancy computer, playing all these like AAA sick ass games, new indie games, stuff that looks really good. Just getting more into gaming, like deeper into it. Pocketbook wise, no, I'm just kidding. Like, you know, actually spending some money and seeing what kind of fun experiences I can have. You know what I mean? Because honestly, I'm tired of this other version of me that just tries to play the same old kind of games I've always played. It's just never hitting on shit. You know what I mean? All that stuff meant something to me back when I had friends who would keep check on me and play the games regularly with me, and we would see how good both of us were, and we would play one-on-ones, and we would, you know what I mean? We'd do a 1v1 on Guardian on Halo 3, or we'd like play some Smash Bros. Rounds, or we'd go do some Fortnite matches, squads together, and try to carry each other, and, you know, all that stuff mattered to me, and now it's just been like me searching for those vibes, but they just never come along, and all I end up running into is like skill-based matchmaking or repetitive Halo matches. And that stuff has just kind of like ruined my feeling of games, and that's what I'm trying to get back. So anyways, that's kind of been the struggles I've been going through. Hopefully we can find, you know, persevere and find some new hope and some new games and some new things to do and some new friends. And better connections with the friends we do have and stuff like that. So I haven't given up by any means, but I'm just kind of taking stock and searching for some better routes for myself. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for the excessive commentary. Just had a lot to talk about. And we'll see where things go. I'm sure something will come up sooner than later. And fill the void sort of thing. And I'll see you guys then.